There is a moment, a very specific, terrifying moment that happens to everyone who walks the path of awakening. It usually happens when you are surrounded by the people you love the most. Perhaps you are sitting at a dinner table. It is a holiday or a birthday or just a Sunday evening. The room is warm. The food is on the table. The voices are loud and familiar. These are the people who have known you since you were a child. These are your people, your tribe. And yet, as you look around the table, a cold realization grips your heart. You realize with a sudden shock that you are a stranger here. You hear them talking, but their words sound like they are coming from a great distance. They are laughing at jokes that you no longer find funny. They are complaining about problems that you know are illusions. They are arguing about politics or neighbors or money, the same arguments they have been having for 20 years. And you sit there nodding politely, smiling when you are supposed to smile, eating when you are supposed to eat. But inside you are screaming. You feel a terrible pressure in your chest. You feel like an actor who has walked onto the wrong stage, into the wrong play, wearing the wrong costume. You look at their faces and you see that they do not see you. They see the role you used to play. They see the good son, the reliable daughter, the quiet friend, the wild one. They are interacting with a ghost. They are interacting with a version of you that died 3 years ago. And the most painful part is this: you realize that you no longer fit in the space they have saved for you. It feels like trying to sleep in a crib when you are a grown man. It is tight. It is suffocating. It is impossible. But everyone around you is looking at you with expectant eyes, waiting for you to lie down and go to sleep. This is the danger I want to speak to you about today. The danger of outgrowing your environment. The danger of becoming too big for the room you were born in. It is a lonely place to be, but it is also the most important place you will ever stand. To understand the mechanics of this pain, we must look to the garden. Nature is the only true teacher. Nature shows us how growth actually works without the sentimentality of human emotion. Imagine an acorn, a small hard seed. You take this acorn and you plant it in a clay pot. It is a beautiful pot. It is painted with bright colors. It is placed on a windowsill where it is safe from the wind and the storms. For a long time, the pot is the perfect home. The seedling sprouts. It puts out tender green leaves. The pot holds the soil together. It keeps the moisture in. It provides structure and security. The young tree loves the pot. The pot is its world. But here is the problem. The nature of an acorn is to become an oak, and an oak is not a houseplant. An oak is a giant of the forest. As the years pass, the tree grows. Its trunk thickens. Its branches reach for the sky. And most importantly, its roots go deep. At first, the tree just feels a pressure, a tightness around its feet. The roots have reached the walls of the clay pot. They push. They circle. They search for more space. But there is no more space. The walls are rigid. This is the discomfort you have been feeling for the last few years. The restlessness, the anxiety, the feeling that your life is a shoe that is 2 sizes too small. The tree has a choice. It can stop growing. It can stunt itself. It can decide to remain a dwarf tree to please the pot. But if it does that, it will slowly die. Its leaves will turn yellow. Its core will rot. Or it can follow the command of life force running through its veins. It can keep growing. And inevitably there comes a moment of crisis. The roots exert so much pressure that the clay cannot hold. Crack. The pot shatters. The structure breaks. Shards of pottery fall to the floor. The soil spills out. The roots are suddenly exposed to the naked air. To the observer, to your family, your friends, this looks like a disaster. They scream, "Look what you have done. You have broken the pot. You have made a mess. You have ruined the safety." They are angry because they loved the pot. They felt safe when you were contained. They liked you better when you were small and manageable. But you are not being destructive. You are simply being alive. You broke the pot not because you hated it, but because you outgrew it. The destruction of the old form was the necessary price for the expansion of the new life. And now you are in a dangerous position. You are a tree without a pot, but you are not yet in the forest. Your roots are exposed. You are vulnerable. You are standing in the debris of your old life, waiting to find the deep earth where you truly belong. When this shattering happens, you find yourself living in a state of schizophrenia. You are straddling two different dimensions of reality. You become a traveler between two worlds. World number one is the world of the pot. This is the conventional world. This is the world of the marketplace, the world of safety. In this world, the most important things are reputation, accumulation, and conformity. It is a world of small talk. How is your job? Did you buy a new car? Did you see the news? It is a world where people are terrified of silence, so they fill every moment with noise. It is a world where people are terrified of death, so they spend their whole lives trying to build permanent fortresses out of sand. This is the world where 99% of the people you know live, and to them it is the only world. But you have stepped into world number two, the world of the forest, the world of the real. You have tasted something else. You have sat in the silence and felt the hum of the universe. You have realized that you are not just a separate ego trying to survive. You are life itself flowing through a form. You have started to value truth over politeness. You have started to value being over doing. And now you have to navigate the gap. You have to wake up in the morning and go to a job that belongs to the pot world. You have to listen to your boss talk about quarterly goals as if they are the Holy Scriptures. And you have to nod. You have to pretend to care. You have to go to the family reunion and listen to the gossip, realizing that it is all just fear disguised as conversation. You become a translator. You speak one language to your soul, the language of the wind and the stars, and you must speak another language to the world, the language of the clay and the concrete. And I will tell you the truth. This translation is exhausting. It drains your spirit to constantly pretend that you are asleep when you are wide awake. It is a heavy burden to carry the secret that the game is fake while everyone around you is playing it as if their lives depend on it. Now let us shift the metaphor slightly to understand the reaction of others. Imagine that everyone you know lives in a deep valley. This valley is covered in a thick gray fog. They have lived in the fog for so long that they think the fog is the whole world. They build their houses in the fog. They raise their children in the fog. They cannot see more than 3 feet in front of their faces, so they move slowly, carefully, fearfully. But you found a path leading up the mountain. You started climbing. It was hard. Your legs burned. You were alone. But you kept climbing until you broke through the cloud layer. And suddenly, the Sunday, you saw the blue sky, you saw the vast horizon, you saw the eagles flying. You realized that the world is huge and bright and beautiful. So naturally you run back down to the valley. You are excited. You love these people. You want to share this discovery. You shout, "Hey everyone, look up, there is a sun, there is a sky. We don't have to live in the gray dampness anymore." And what happens? Do they cheer? Do they thank you? Do they ask you to lead them up the path? No. They look at you with suspicion. They look at you with fear. They say, "Sun, sky, what are you talking about? There is only fog. You are hallucinating. You think you are better than us because you climbed some rocks. You are dangerous. You are trying to lead us off the cliff. Come back down here. Sit down. Be realistic. Be normal." They try to pull you back down, not because they are evil, not because they want to hurt you, but because your freedom is an insult to their imprisonment. If you are right, if there really is a sun, then they have spent their entire lives sitting in the damp darkness for no reason. That realization is too painful for them to bear. So they have to make you wrong. They have to make you crazy. They reject you to protect the integrity of their own illusion. And this brings us to the most dangerous part of the process. The trap that catches the most people: guilt. You love these people. You have memories with them. You feel a deep sense of loyalty. And so when they look at you with hurt eyes, when they accuse you of being distant or arrogant, you start to doubt yourself. A voice in your head, the voice of your old conditioning, starts to whisper, maybe they are right. Maybe I am just being selfish. Who do I think I am to leave them behind? I should just compromise. I should just dim my light a little bit so I don't hurt their eyes. You might be tempted to shrink. You might try to crouch down so your head is back in the fog. You might try to glue the pieces of the broken pot back together around your roots. But I must warn you with all the seriousness I can muster, this is soul suicide. You cannot ungrow. You cannot unsee. A tree cannot shrink its roots. If you try to bind yourself back into the small pot, you will rot. Your leaves will turn yellow. Your branches will wither. You will become a twisted, bitter, resentful version of yourself. You will sit at that dinner table suppressing your truth, and you will start to hate them for holding you back. And then you will start to hate yourself for letting them. And a relationship built on resentment is not love. It is a hostage situation. You do not owe anyone your stagnation. Let me repeat that. You do not owe anyone your stagnation. The pot served its purpose. It protected you when you were a seedling. You can be grateful for it, but you cannot live in it anymore. You owe the world the shade of your great branches. You owe the world the strength of your trunk. You cannot provide that if you are strangling yourself to please the past. So you make the hard choice. You choose growth. You choose the forest. And what happens next? Do you immediately find a new paradise? No. You enter the wilderness. You are the tree with exposed roots. You have left the safety of the container, but you have not yet anchored yourself in the new earth. This is a time of profound vulnerability. The wind blows harder here. There are no walls to block it. The storms are fiercer. You look around and you see no other trees nearby. You are standing alone in an open field. This is the period of loneliness that breaks many people. You might look through your address book and realize there is no one you can truly talk to. You might spend your weekends in silence. You might question your sanity. Was it safer in the pot? At least I was protected. At least I had company. But listen to the wind in your leaves. That is the sound of freedom. That is the sound of your own voice finally speaking without a filter. In this wilderness, you are learning the most important lesson of all sovereignty. You are learning to source your nourishment directly from the earth and the sun, not from the approval of the gardener. You are learning to stand on your own timber. This loneliness is not a punishment. It is a purification. It is the fire that burns away the dependency. It hurts, yes. Growth always hurts. The breaking of the shell hurts. But it is the pain of birth, not the pain of death. So how do you treat the seedlings still in their pots? How do you treat the people still living in the fog of the valley? This is the test of your wisdom. Do you judge them? Do you smash their pots? Do you drag them up the mountain? No. That is violence. That is aggression. If you think you are better than them because you have grown, you have not really grown. You have just found a new way to be arrogant. The truly awakened person looks at the others with compassion. You remember what it was like to be in the pot. You remember the need for safety. You remember the fear of the unknown. You understand why they cling to their illusions. So you love them. But you learn to love them from a distance if necessary. You learn the art of being a lighthouse. A lighthouse does not run around the island looking for boats to save. It does not wade into the water and grab the ships. It just stands there. It stands firm on its rock. It keeps its glass clean. It keeps its light burning. It shines its light across the dark waters. Those who are looking for the light will see you. They will steer towards you. Those who are happy in the dark, those who want to crash on the rocks, they will ignore you. And that is okay. You are not responsible for their journey. You are only responsible for your light. You can visit the valley, you can have tea with the people in the fog, but you do not stay there, and you do not pretend that the fog is the sun. You bring a little bit of the mountain air with you, a little bit of the silence. You become an example of what is possible. And sometimes, just by standing tall, you inspire another seedling to break its pot. I want to give you a promise, a guarantee written in the laws of nature. You will not be alone forever. You are not the only oak tree breaking its pot. If you look across the horizon, past the immediate field, you will see others, standing tall, standing free, standing strong. You are part of a new forest that is growing, a forest of awakened souls, a forest of people who have chosen truth over comfort. Life will bring these people to you, or perhaps your roots stretching deep underground in the darkness will touch their roots. The connection happens in the deep. It happens in the silence. You will find a community that does not require you to shrink, a community where you don't have to apologize for your branches, a community where your growth does not threaten anyone, it inspires them. When you meet them, the connection will be instantaneous. You won't have to translate your soul. You won't have to wear a mask. You will recognize each other like old soldiers from the same war. But you have to be willing to walk through the empty space to get there. You have to be willing to stand alone in the wind for a season. So, my friend, if you are feeling the pain of shattering your old life today, if you are feeling the draft of the cold air on your exposed roots, do not be afraid. Honor the debris. Honor the broken pieces of clay on the floor. They are the evidence of your expansion. Do not apologize for your size. Do not apologize for your light. Do not glue the pot back together. Walk your path. Climb your mountain. Grow your branches. The world needs the full, wild, magnificent version of you, not the potted plant version. Keep growing, even if it is lonely, especially if it is lonely, because in that loneliness you are reaching toward the sky. You are becoming what you were always meant to be. And remember, you are not just a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. Welcome home. I will see you in the next journey.